Well, y'all, I'm getting hungry for some lunch. I haven't eaten breakfast, so I'm really hungry this morning, or midday. So I've got a little bit of ground beef right there. And remember the ground pork that we ground in the grinder? I'm going to take some of that. And I'm going to mix it in. With my pork, or mix my pork in with my ground beef. I'll get it straight directly, won't I? I'd already washed my hands, but I washed them again. I'm going to add salt. Black pepper. Well, not much of that because I got black pepper and steak seasoning I'm gonna put in there. That's enough. Now I'm just gonna combine the ground pork with the ground beef, with my steak seasoning and my salt. We're going to keep it plain, simple. Just a little bit of seasoning, ground beef and ground pork. But y'all might know an easier way to do this, but I think this is the easiest way, is just get your hands in it. I mean, you can put it in a food processor, I guess, and it'll do it for you. But this is the way I've been used to doing it my whole life, so. And then too, I don't have to dirty the food processor for this little bit of meat. If I had a lot of meat, I'd put it in there, but I just have a little bit, so. But I've fallen in love with the steak seasoning. It goes on any meat, and it just makes it taste so much better. Of course, I put it on my steaks too, so. But just keep mixing it up until you get all that meat combined, and you can tell because the ground beef is a dark, the redder color, and the pork is the lighter color meat, so you can pretty well tell it when you got it mixed up. Now, I'm going to get my pan here and get it heated up a little. Well, I make me 2 patties, I think. Try to make them equal size, I don't know. And I should have got a bigger pan, I don't know. But they'll shrink down a little bit. But I want kind of a big patty. I don't want a little tiny one. And I think by the time that shrinks up some, it'll be just about the right size. This is basically quarter pounders, y'all. Was about a half a pound of beef. No, half a pound of meat. When you combine the pork and the ground beef, it's about a half a pound. I'm going to get this meat off my hands. forget my bread and butter pickles. Some people like dill pickles. I like the bread and butter pickles. We're keeping it simple and easy today, y'all. But see, when you grind up your pork, you know your ground beef is getting expensive nowadays, even when you buy it on special. So this makes your ground beef go twice as far. It doubles the volume of your ground beef. Something else I like to put on there is Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire. So many people pronounce it so many different ways. It just gives it a good taste. Now, while those are cooking, I've got some little bit of olive oil here. And I know usually you put these in the oven, but it's too hot to turn on the oven, y'all. Even though I want to turn it on and do something with those bananas I got over there. And I might do that pretty soon, I'm not sure. But I got me some tater tots. So I decided I'd eat me some tater tots with my burger this morning, or midday. It's not morning. I guess when it's noon already, it's not considered morning, is it? Let me go ahead and get my pan heated up. Yeah, I'm just going to fry my tater tots right in this pan rather than heat up the oven. While I'm frying these burgers right here. Remember, like I said, I'm keeping it simple. Just a little bit of seasoning, the ground pork and the ground beef. It was half and half. So I think these burgers are going to be really good. Still got some leftover dirty dishes in the sink. And I hate to admit that was from last night. I went to bed and didn't clean up my few dishes I had in the sink last night. Can you believe that? As much as I clean, I left dirty dishes. That's just unbelievable for me. But I love Worcestershire sauce or either soy sauce on my burgers when I'm cooking them. It gives them such a good taste. Drop one in there and see if it's... And I got to do something with my eggplant. I got another one about ready to get out of the garden. Let that heat up a little bit more because these potatoes are still frozen. And this way I don't have to heat up the whole oven to get basically a serving of potatoes. I can find something to tie this up with. Look, that's long enough. No, that one's not long enough. I need a longer one. There you go. I saved some of my tie wraps just for this instant, so I can seal up these bags that they're not resealable, but you can still seal them up again. If you don't want to cook everything that's in there at one time. You know, that's about a serving of tater tots. If you buy them at the, at the fast food place, that's probably a serving right there. And cook that a little bit more. I don't want it red inside. And I probably won't be able to eat all this. I mean, a burger and tater tots, and I'm going to put a bunch of stuff on it. I picked up some buns at Brookshire's a little while ago. These are brioche buns. Artisanal bakery bread. I don't know if I've ever tried these particular ones before, so I thought I'd try them. I'm going to go ahead and put me some mayo on here. Oh, they're browning nicely. Might even want to put a lid on them at this point. Make sure they're done inside. But see, these fry up nicely if you just put them in a little bit of grease in a frying pan. And that way you don't have to heat up the oven. I've got a little tomato here out of the garden. Slice this up and put it on here. I'm going to have so much on here I probably won't be able to bite it because I won't be able to open my mouth wide enough. You ever had hamburgers that way? I've got lettuce. Probably one slab of lettuce is going to do it. I got pickles. And some people like kosher pickles or dill pickles. I like sweet pickles, really. I mean, when I eat them out, you know, I get a burger out, I'll eat the dill pickles on it, but if I'm at home, I'm going to put sweet pickles on there. Got to have a little bit of onion. Onion. Where's my slotted spoon? I like to get those nice golden brown. Now I got some cheese here, and this is great value cheese. I've got cheddar. Got one piece of cheddar left, so I'm going to split that in half. And I'm going to put some Colby. Just, that'll be enough, I think. One and a half slice on each one. I'm going to put the lid on it and let that cheese melt, and it's probably going to stick to my lid. Now, I got plenty more tater tots that I can cook tomorrow or whenever, because I bought, you know, a bag of them. And I've only got I guess a couple of handfuls here. Turn that off. Oh no, my cheese. I figured that would happen. It's melting, but it was sticking to the lid, so I can't put the lid back on. Let's see. Get my plate over here so I can get my burger out. Put it right on the top. Oh my goodness, the juice is just coming out of that like crazy. That'll be for another time. Now, what else do I need on there? Oh, we need a little bit of mustard and ketchup. Now, these is going to be one of them burgers that it's going to be real messy to eat. But it'll be so good. So there, I got mustard, I got ketchup, I got mayo, I got lettuce, I've got onions, I've got pickles, I've got tomatoes, and mayo on there. How's that for a big old hamburger? Look at that, y'all. That's the way we used to make them when I was still married. Because my ex used to make the burgers so thick you couldn't bite through them. But there you go. There is my lunch for today. And probably my dinner too. And you know what we could do? I've still got a little bit of carrot salad left. And it's still good. I mean, it's better days after it's cooked than it is when it's first made. I won't be able to eat much of it because I've got all of that burger and all those fries to eat. But carrot salad is something that's better a couple of days after you make it than the first day. So I don't mind at all keeping it in my refrigerator for a few days and still eating it. But how's that? Isn't that a burger fit for a king? Look at that. Oh my God, how am I going to bite into this thing? I'll need a bib for sure. So there you go. There's another recipe using my ground up pork. How's that? Look at that burger. Don't that look good? Oh my goodness. I'm going to sit down here and enjoy my lunch. Y'all have a blessed day. Please like, share, and subscribe to my videos, and I'll see you on the next one. Love y'all. Bye now.